Welcome back to That Home Show. We're here with Dan of Closet Pros of Nevada. Dan, we're just a little bit over halfway through the closet or the cabinet install here in this garage. Let's walk through some of the steps that you guys have gone through, and what I'd like to know about is what are some of the problems you guys come up with in any given job site?
Okay, well at this point, as you said, we're about halfway through. We have everything made in the shop, so now we're out here in the field getting everything installed. Typically the biggest challenge we have on this job or any job is dealing with walls that are typically not plumb, corners that aren't at 90 degrees.
So when you say not plumb, it's not that fun little fruit that
no,
everybody loves.
They're not exactly vertical.
Okay.
And we have big, huge cabinets that we have to put a whole row of cabinets on a wall that's twisting all around on us.
Well, I was talking to your install guy, and he's saying that on this job specifically, he's dealing with some cabinets that are 200, 250 pounds that he's got to put into the place that you're saying the walls aren't plumb, they're not level, they're not straight, however you want to look at it. How do you deal with that?
Well, that's where our experience comes in. It's just a matter of shimming the cabinets out and moving them around until we get everything just right. When we're done, we want our cabinets to be in a straight row, even though the wall behind them isn't straight typically.
So as a homeowner, I'm not going to come in and notice that even though the wall's cattywampus and all over the place, those cabinets are going to be...
That's exactly what we strive for, and fortunately we have the experience on our install end to be able to pull those kind of tricks off.
Oh, that's great. What are some of the other stuff you're looking at? Yeah, okay, so the biggest issue, walls aren't straight. And if you have experience, you know how to come in and fix that. Give us some other things that you may be stumbling along with.
Another typical issue we run into in garages is stem walls, cement that comes out at the bottom of the wall.
Okay.
And sometimes it's just a little bit off the ground, and sometimes it's 2 or 3 feet off the ground. And we have to either notch a cabinet around it or fur the wall out to mount the cabinet on. So there's a lot of unknowns there, and a lot of that we just, once we get out and assess the situation, we make changes on the fly in the field and to make it happen.
So, for example, we're standing in front of this big pile of cabinets that ultimately will line these walls and become a finished product.
Right.
The wall that we're standing in front of has almost a 2-foot stem wall, you call it.
Right.
And then the drywall of the garage sets back another inch.
Exactly.
So you have a couple of options to deal with, and your install guy's really good at
Right. What we chose to do in this particular job, we actually have drawers, the cabinet with drawers that's going up against this wall.
Okay.
So we made the cabinet shallower so that it wouldn't interfere with the drawers. And then we're going to, at the top of the wall where the drywall sets back, we're going to fur that out with some material so that we have a flush surface essentially with the concrete down low and our furred out section.
So the furred out section is almost a fake wall for your cabinet to set against.
Exactly.
Oh, that's pretty simple.
And then we'll cap it with a countertop that goes all the way back, trim out the side when we're done.
So you never see it?
Nobody will ever see it.
And something that you guys do as a professional company, that your install guy is really good at making the finished product look
right, and
amazing.
It's those little touches that really set the project off in the end too, to make the difference between something you picked up at a hardware store somewhere versus something that was professionally built and installed.
Okay. Another question, from start to finish, you guys have come in here and dealing with the homeowner inevitably. Throughout each project, how often do you get a homeowner that changes his mind, comes in and sees something he likes, or he's decided to do it this way, and then, oh wait, no, what, can we change right here and do it this way?
It happens. We try really hard to make sure that doesn't happen by communicating as effectively as we can in the beginning. Okay. And there are times when we will get the finished product and they'll want something a little different, and there again, since we make everything ourselves, we can pull out that section and remake it into just what they're looking for.
So with this specific garage, what are some of the things that the homeowners changed throughout, or had ideas that maybe you've helped understand, or?
Well, probably the most apparent one in this particular garage, the cabinets all started out white with just flat doors on it. And a garage this size, it looked kind of plain.
Okay.
It would have looked kind of plain. And the homeowner wanted something different. He wanted something that wasn't going to be hugely expensive, but something that kind of set it off. So we came up with switching the door color to a gray, and putting an extruded aluminum handle on it. And as you'll see, it really sets the cabinets off from just plain white cabinets to something that looks a lot more high-end.
Yeah, that extruded aluminum handle, it gives it some pop. It breaks up the monotonous of just a flat wall, which, if you want that, just have more drywall, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, Dan, you got to be really excited. Your install guys are doing a great job. I know I'm pretty excited to come back and see the finished job in just a minute. Coming back from this break, through the magic of TV, you're going to be able to see that finished job too. I'm Sam Hardt for That Home Show. We'll be back in a bit.